back to DeFi DGen's Drip and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi DGen's Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. Let's get into today's video where we will be covering how much money have I lost in the Drip network ecosystem after 7 months. As the thumbnail states, which is kind of clickbait, telling you now, but it's loss regarding unrealized losses. So we'll get into that. But first, I want to show you that date joined, according to dripnetwork.ca, was February 6th. And I'm doing this video 1 day early because I don't feel like trying to do it tomorrow and get it out. So we're going to count this as 7 months, even though it's, 1 day shy. All right. So first things first, I have been tracking all of my data. If you guys have been following me, I use this spreadsheet. I made this myself. Not the most detailed, but it basically just showed what the drip price was and what my balance was at the time and the wallets and all that stuff. And I could basically keep track of when I purchased, what price I purchased at, when I was tracking it, yada, yada, yada. So I basically do an update to this every week. So the data in here is from the 4th. So the drip price has changed. So if I actually change that to the current price, I didn't feel like updating all this because I got to update all the values. It would be even less than this because drip has gone down. So, but we're going to use this number from the 4th. So $25,000 is what I would have across all of my drip wallets. And then I added this little feature. I think this is really cool. So I add up all the drip that I have accumulated and get the average cost. So that's just dividing by the total amount I put in and the total drip. I get the average buy price. And then I take this number and say, this is my minimum sell price. I have not sold any drip. I've been taking from the garden to one, pay for the sponsorship, and two, now I'm actually claiming and putting in my wallet, but I haven't actually sold any drip from the drip faucet. But this is just a number that I've calculated where I basically take the average cost and multiply it by 1.25 because that covers the taxes and the claim. So if drip is above this price, then I know I'm in profit. This is my average cost of drip so far as of the 4th. And this will keep going down the more I hydrate and compound, right? So then I have this scorecard where each week I've been updating each of the areas, the drip network, the animal farm, the drip garden, my B-Reap. Yeah, I got in at B-Reap when it was insanely high priced, and the piggy bank. So what I've been doing, I calculated that and then dividing by the total investment. So I have the values down here for the 4th of September. So the number you guys are waiting on and the drum roll for what I've lost, quote unquote, is net investment is 38,000. We'll call it 39. And I have unrealized loss of, we'll call it $6,000. So in 7 months, I have lost $6,000. 7 months, $6,000. But that's an unrealized loss. So since I can't take everything out, that's the beauty of the drip network. If this were a coin, I could literally dump all, like a regular buy and sell trading coin, I could dump it all and I would actually realize these losses. But since drip and the piggy bank and the drip garden pay you out daily, it almost kind of gives a barrier to you wrecking yourself. So that's the cool part about it. So this is the average or the assumed loss in the network so far. Now that's an unrealized loss. Now where did I get these numbers from? For the next part that I'm gonna show you. So basically, this is just based on the current values of the drip token price and using the values from drip formulate, like what the actual faucet value is right now and things of that nature in my wallet, right? And we know that that changes, but that's not actually the unrealized gains. So if we're going to be looking at unrealized losses and say that I lost $6,000 in 7 months, then it's only fair to look at the unrealized gains as well. So that's where this platform that, shout out to James DevStreet, put together makes it really easy to track that. So I can come here and see when this loads my total amount of drip and the payout and all that stuff, and I can actually find out what my maximum payout is at this drip prices and what I would get. So net deposit, it already passed max payout. Net deposit value. I think it's up here. Max payout. That's the max drip. It's one of these. Here we go. So I can use this number instead. Now, granted, this is based off of the 1% per day and drip staying at the current price that this calculation has, and it's staying exactly there for the next 365 days while I claim out. But again, point being that if I have unrealized losses, I need to be fair and look at unrealized gains, because that is the purpose of an investment. I'm not trading. So investment means long-term value. Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That does help the channel as well as help bring brand awareness to all Forex Shark related projects. Thanks. So I've already calculated and put that in here. So from all of my drip, well, my two main drip accounts, I added up both those values here, 1586 and 78,953, which looks like it's changed. 953, 975, a little bit since I put that in, but that's still close enough. Then I added up the garden. Cool thing about the garden does not have a max payout. So the way that I calculated this number for the garden, remember, you can keep, as long as you stay positive and the garden contract is still there, it'll keep paying you. So what I did with the garden, I was like, okay, we're gonna do 1 year for drip. Let me go ahead and do the same thing for the garden, but not as aggressively, because you can't claim every day. So therefore, what I did is I took the value of the amount that I make per day, price-wise, and I'm sorry, per hour, because remember, I'm doing this 40-hour work week. That is my strategy, and I told you that that's my sustainable way to stick between a 6 and 1 and 5 and 2. So I know, we all know that is sustainable, and that will definitely outpace anyone who is just claiming every day, or also outpace the 5 and 2 people and the 4 and 3s. So the only ones I got to worry about are the people hydrating more than 6 and 1, doing it 7 and 1 or 10 and 1, 14 and 1, once a month, whatever, right? That's the only people I got to worry about. But either way, I think it's sustainable. So I took this number, 7 cents times 40 times 52, because 52 weeks in a year, and I did it for both the wallets that I have. My small wallet, which is this one, and then my larger wallet, which is this one. So I said, again, 1 year, because that's the same thing that I'm doing for drip. It's 365 days. So I was like, why not do the same thing for the drip garden and see what that comes out to? So that is this number here. And then the piggy bank, I got the max payout for the piggy bank. And that is based on not hydrating at all currently on the piggy bank and just claiming out. And again, shout out to James Devstreet, the piggy bank has a max payout already available, just like the drip faucet does. So I just took that value as well. So if I was just to let the triples accumulate and then eventually sell, I would hit this max payout. And I took both those values. So adding all three of those up, I now have an unrealized gain, capital gain, of 97,000. So $60,000 profit. Or I can choose to look negatively and say $6,000 loss. Now, again, I got in this for the long term, and I would be a fool to start cashing out now when literally we are a few weeks from major bullish news in the network. So the title was a bit clickbaity, but it's true. This 39,000, we'll call it 39,000, is lost. Lost as in invested. I put it into the network. I can't get it back out. It's gone. And if I were to start claiming well, I still can't actually claim this. But if I were just to look at the numbers, my value of the assets that I currently have at the price of the assets, that I currently have, I would have a $6,000 loss right now, today. And that can go down in a few days from now. Whenever you watch this video, it could be down, it could be up. But right now, the recording this video, or actually with the recording of these assets that I recorded on the 4th, that is what I have seen as unrealized losses. But I prefer to focus on this, and I believe this will be a lot higher in the future, because remember, this price is calculated with a $7 and some odd cents drip price of right now today. If you 10x that,
to a $70 drip price, I've now 10x this total to 800K. And I believe drip will get a lot higher than this. So keep that in mind. Keep your own records and stuff like that so you can understand what you're doing. Highly suggest you find your own way of recording and tracking the value and what's going into the system and what you're taking out. Especially if you're got a claim for tax and things of that nature. But it's good to just understand where you're at in the ecosystem, especially with any of your crypto investments. So long story short, I am looking at this at saying I've almost 3x'd my return on investment. I haven't claimed it out, but that's the value I'm seeing at these super low prices of when I got in. So I got in at 130 bucks a drip and it is now $7. That is like a 95% correction. And I still have a potential unrealized gain of 60,000 more than I put in. So that is the power of compounding. That's the power of the drip ecosystem. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Like and subscribe, push into 3K, and lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.